Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Jasmine and today I'm back with another college video, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 mistakes to avoid your freshman year of college. These are mistakes that I made, that some of my friends made, so I hope this list helps you if you're about to start college in the fall. I got 10 things, like I said, I wrote them down on my phone so I don't forget, but yeah, let's just get right into this video and stay till the end to hear my number one mistake that I made my freshman year of college. Starting at number 10, the first mistake I made was not having a consistent workout schedule. And guys, I'm telling you, the freshman 15 is actually a real thing. I might not gain like 15 pounds exactly, but you're definitely going to gain weight in college because the dining halls are right there. Especially if you have those unlimited swipes, you're definitely going to be in the dining hall a lot, eating. Your parents aren't there, but a lot of times they're the ones, that like went grocery shopping and got like the fruits and vegetables for the house. But in college, no one's there telling you to eat your fruits and vegetables, so you're gonna have to do that yourself because there's a lot of junk food that is just available for you and it's just very tempting. So it's important to have a consistent workout schedule, work out a couple times a week. I'm not saying you have to do anything crazy, but I think just being active is a good thing to do in college. I went to the gym a couple times and like when I did go to the gym, it did make me feel better. I don't know how the gym works right now because of Corona, but I know that for me, they had classes that you could go to so that were free, like you didn't have to pay extra to go to them, and I did that a lot just to do something active. Go to the gym like at least once or twice a week, or if you don't want to go to the gym, you could also do like workouts in your room or just do something active, don't just sit down all day every day, you know what I'm saying? So on to number 9, and that is rolling out of bed and going straight to class. This is something that I did pretty much every day. I didn't have 8 a.m.s, but I did have 9 a.m.s, and those were rough as well. I kind of just got up at about 8:30, and it was like a 15-minute walk to my class, and I made it there like at like 9:01. That's just not a good idea. That's not a good way to start out your day. You're gonna be tired all day. That's something that happened to me, and I know it's easier said than done. If you get up an hour before your class, have time to like eat breakfast or just do some type of morning routine before you go to class, you're gonna have a much better day. You're gonna be much more alert and have a lot more energy than just rolling out of bed and going to class. This is something that I'm gonna need to work on because I have more 9 a.m.s. I don't have 8 a.m.s, which I'm happy about. But if you have early classes, I would suggest like actually getting up and out of bed with plenty of time before your first class. Okay. So number 8 is not writing down what you have to do, not writing down your homework, or not writing down like a schedule that you have for the week or for the day or something like that. I'm the type of person that was kind of like, I just remember everything that I need to do in my head, but second semester that caused me to forget a lot of things, and I turned in a couple assignments late like on Canvas because I forgot about them because I didn't write them down. So I would highly suggest writing your homework down in a planner, just like on a piece of paper, in your phone, just someplace so that you don't forget what you need to do, because I definitely forgot plenty of time. If I had just written it down and looked at the place that I wrote everything down for the day, then I would have gotten everything done just fine. About the schedule, I think it's definitely helpful to have a schedule in college to like keep you grounded and keep you focused on what you need to do. At times in college you're gonna feel overwhelmed, like you have too much to do. What I found helpful is just writing everything down, like eases the stress, and it helps me realize that like everything is doable when I can see everything that I have to do in one place. So I highly suggest making sure that you write everything down that you need to do, because you'll feel less stressed and you'll be able to get everything done without forgetting it. Okay, so the next one is not talking to people in your classes. I think I've said this in a different video, but even if you're not making friends, it's also helpful to have someone in the class that you can ask for help if you need it, or someone to study with. I think that's always helpful. Coming in at number 6 is giving into peer pressure. This is something that I definitely did a couple of times in the semester, and it's definitely hard to not give into peer pressure at the beginning of the year when you're just now trying to make friends and give off like the vibe that like you're fun and you're just down to do anything. But if you don't want to do something, just don't do it. It's really that simple, and there are plenty of people at college, so if you're around people that are doing a bunch of stuff that you're not into, that you don't want to do, then you really shouldn't be friends with them. And there are plenty of people in college that you will find someone that is on the same wave as you, and you'll be able to do things together that you actually like doing and not being unhappy, feeling like you're forced to do a bunch of things that you don't want to do. And this is also easier said than done, but if you can not give in to peer pressure at the beginning, then you'll have a lot more resilience and you'll not want to give in to peer pressure ever again. As you get older and more mature, you're gonna be like, no, I don't want to do that. So start like practicing not giving in to things early on. Just stay true to who you are. You know what's best for you, so stay true to that. Okay, I think this is number 5, and that is getting too involved. And of course, if you have a bunch of interests, a bunch of things that you want to do, it's definitely doable to do all the things that you want to do, but having good time management is really important in college. And if you get yourself into too many things at once, like right away, it can be very overwhelming. Like there are people at SMU that I know that are involved in a lot of things, but they're things that they're passionate about and they're things that they're actually interested in. And I feel like if you get involved in too many things that you're not very passionate about, then you can definitely get overwhelmed and stressed. And college is the time to do things that you actually want to do, and so you shouldn't overwhelm yourself with all these extra things to do if you're not completely into what you're doing. Figure out how best you can manage your time with just like a little bit, and then you can continue adding things onto your plate based on how you manage your time at the beginning. So number 4, okay, so this is one of the biggest mistakes that I personally made my freshman year, and that is being too afraid to ask my teachers for help and not going to office hours. I've always been this way, even in high school. Like, I just never liked asking the teacher for help. I don't know why that is, but that's always like stressed me out, like asking the teacher for help. But it really shouldn't, because as you know, like the teacher is there for a reason. They're there to help you. They're there to answer your questions. So you shouldn't be afraid to do that. And I don't know, I've just always been afraid of doing that, and I definitely need to get better at it. But this is definitely like a big one, because as you might have heard already, going to office hours can make a huge difference in your grade, especially when they see that you're like giving it your all, like you're trying your best in the class. You know, they might be more easy on you when it comes to grading, like that final grade. If you're like right at the cusp, they might be like, they really tried, they really came and asked for help, I'm gonna go ahead and round that grade. Like, establishing those relationships and connections with your teachers can only benefit you in the end. So I strongly encourage you to just build those relationships with your professors, go to office hours on the first day, just to get that like initial awkward conversation out of the way, so then you feel more comfortable going to them in the future if you actually need help during the semester. But the next mistake that I did make my first semester is like buying books new at the bookstore, or like buying your books before the first day of class. First semester I bought my books before the first day of class, but that's not a good idea, because to be honest, even though they say you need the book, you might not need it as much as you think you need it. And if you're really not going to use the book, you could probably share with someone in your class. I did that with my friend. She let me use her stats book because we only needed it for homework. It was like a $70 textbook. There were several classes like my freshman year where I bought the book and I did not open it once. So definitely just go to the class first and see how it is, and you'll be able to tell like if you're really going to use the book or not. Don't buy your books at the bookstore until you've like looked on Amazon. There are plenty of other, or like another website, there are plenty of websites where you can buy the book for a lot cheaper. Also, I would suggest renting books. That's what I did mostly second semester. Like, you can rent most of the books used, which is a lot cheaper than just buying it new. You could also rent books on Amazon, and then it's just easy to return the book at the end of the semester, so you can just get rid of it and not just have like a pile of books stacked up that you need to get rid of. That brings me to my second to last mistake, and that is going to parties with the wrong people, going to parties with people you can't trust. That is a mistake that I know one of my friends made. Like, she went to a party with her roommate and then some other people, and they left her there, and that's not good. Like, if you're going to a party, you gotta make sure you know where everyone is at all times and how they're gonna get back home and everything like that. So a lot can go wrong if you're at a party with the wrong people that are not willing to look out for you and are not like willing to help you if something happens. So yeah, you really got to be careful with who you go out with, especially the first couple weeks when you don't really know anybody that well. Look out for who your real friends are, look out for the fakes, because they exist and you don't want to be around those people. You want to be around the real friends. And that brings me to my number one mistake that I made my freshman year of college, and that is not having a budget for my money. It's not like I had a lot of money in the first place, but I did have money, and then I did have a job second semester, so I did have like some money coming in. And I think just having a budget as a college student is really important. having a budget will actually make your life easier. Like my mom is a whole accountant, and she made a whole budget for me when I first went to college, and like she gave me like the categories and how much I should spend for each category. Like she did all that, and then I kind of just didn't really pay attention to it. But I probably should have listened to her advice, because it can just like ease the stress of like, oh man, we're going out to eat, I don't really have any money. But like if you budget your money, then you can plan for like these types of things and not feel like bad or guilty when you want to like go out to eat with your friends, or you want to go like buy some clothes. You know, you won't feel guilty if you have a budget. So I definitely suggest doing that. That's something that I'm gonna need to do. Yeah. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!